This morning, the race for the next Ohio governor is set.
Vivek Ramaswamy will face Dr. Amy Acton in November. 10 TV News reporter Amy Steigerwald live to break down those numbers. And Amy, where things go from here?
Yeah, the race is officially set for this coming November. Both candidates secured their spot for that governor ticket with mostly with ease and, with very little or no opposition in some cases.
Vivek Ramaswamy is the Republican nomination, defeating Casey Push. Ramaswamy's running mate for lieutenant governor is Rob McCauley. He'll face Democrat Amy Acton, who's running with David Pepper. She ran unopposed on the Democratic ticket.
To all the Ohioans out there who may be feeling invisible or alone, my promise to you is this: no one will ever be invisible to me. No one will be invisible to me in this state.
I believe we're on the cusp of a new dawn for Ohio, one where we reconnect with our roots of ambition.
Ramaswamy, the billionaire biotech executive born in Cincinnati, ran against Donald Trump in the 2024 Republican presidential primary, but withdrew from the race. Acton is the former Ohio Department of Health director who helped with the state's coronavirus pandemic response. Now, the road to the November 3rd campaign officially begins.
And of course, we will be following both candidates as they now work to speak with voters over the course of the next few months. Reporting live in downtown Columbus this morning, Amy Steigerwald for 10 TV News.
All right, Amy, thank you. Let's turn now to the Senate race. Former Senator Sherrod Brown defeated Ron Kincaid, winning the Democratic ticket.
Yeah, he will now go up against Republican incumbent John Husted and Libertarian William Redpath in November. For the Democrats, that race was called in favor of Brown not long after polls closed. Brown held his event in Cleveland.
Costs are too high. Utilities, health care, groceries, everything.
Now, we did reach out to Senator Husted's campaign, but he declined an interview. The senator did post this video to social media after casting his vote.
I promise you, if you elect me this fall, we will fight hard for you in Washington. We will make sure that we have an Ohio First, America First agenda, and I look forward to the battle that will come over the next 6 months.
On a more local scale, in Franklin Township, the levy to support the fire department failed once again. Now, this is the third time that levy has failed in just a year and a half.
In fact, the nearly $6 million levy would have reopened a second fire station. 10 TV reporter Carla Rogner has more on what's next for that community.
I spoke with two of the township trustees after they learned the election results, and they say they're disappointed. They say they worked hard to pass the levy. It would have cost voters $557 per every $100,000 of the value of their home. Now, this fire station behind me here on Frank Road has been closed since last summer when the second levy attempt failed. Township trustee John Fleshman tells me that now there's not much more that they can cut here. He says he's concerned about information that went out in the last week or so that he says contained some inaccurate information about the levy, and he's worried that that could have swayed voters. For now, as they come up with a plan, he says voters here and residents in Franklin Township should continue to plan on longer response times for emergencies. Reporting in Franklin Township, Carla Rogner, 10 TV News.
The income tax initiative for Pickerington schools also failed. 62% of voters said no to the income tax. Leaders say it would have brought in more than $32 million, money they say is necessary as that district grows. The superintendent says they are already looking at cutting some extracurricular activities and staff positions.
If we have to make further cuts, we really get into what a school day looks like, specifically for high school students. If we have to eliminate college credit plus classes on campus, if we have to eliminate some of our electives, you could see students going to actually a shorter school day.
Overnight, we received a statement from Jackie Bajas from the group Vote for Pick Kids, which supported the levy. The group says they hope voters will approve a different levy in the fall.